Hi. Period. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is y'all woke? Grand rising. Hurry up. Hurry up. Are y'all work? Yeah. Yes, I'm putting my finger in my ear. Hold on, I gotta get my note. I gotta go my note. Yep, I was just watching the 5 heartbeats. Yep, and y'all made me. I had to turn it off at that part. So let me finish. Get my note. Hold on. Some people run at the first sight of stormy. Okay, that was cute. That was cute. Okay. Girl, I believe in you. Do you believe in me? Remember when he said, dance break? That was my favorite part, bitch. When he was like, dance break. I'll be like, yes, oh, let me dance right, period. We don't ever believe, period. Where, right, where, I cannot, girl, I'm about to holler, because, you know, she was on her screaming for Hudson shit. She was on her screaming for Hudson shit. But, oh, let me say, oh, Lord, let me get in this chat. Oh, Lord, hi, everybody. Hi. I didn't even have it on the chat. I'm sorry. Grab everywhere. Hi, D-Rock. Hi. Hi. Leah. Hey, girl. You try to. Donna. Hi, girl. Island. Just the T, period. Sherilyn, period. King Kina, period. Miss Brandy, period. Lynn, period. Sarah, period. K. Casey Davis. There's only one, well, right, period. Twilight, Mozzie, Tia, period. Pink Unicorn. Oh my god, I love you. This is like my literal first moderator. Like, love her. Slums, period, good morning. NY, period, good morning. Josie, Ashdo, Queen Tati, Midnight. I'm about to just keep clicking it because y'all always be trying me because I don't be seeing all y'all comments until I get out of her. And when I get out of her, y'all be like, he'll never say hi to me. He'll fuck with me. I'm like, oh, my girl, yes, I do. I'll be like, y'all be trying it. Y'all be trying it. Or I'll be like, I did not see. I don't see the majority of the comments until I get off because StreamYard is fucking for poor people. Apparently, they don't put all of the comments there, you know. So I'll get like every other comment because I would do it on another device, but like, I mean, like, because I could have like YouTube open on something else while I'm talking to y'all, but I just feel like that's way. It's really distracting, you know. So y'all know me when I get into my commentary, I just go off, you know, on a fucking tangent, and you know, it just happens. So but I love you guys. Oh, you guys are so sweet, and thank you so much for supporting me. I've been a very bad bitch for a very long time. Y'all is welcome. You know, that's what it is. So I love you guys. um Thank you. I don't know how many, you know, times I could, you know, tell you guys how much I love you guys. Like, you guys have no idea how much I love you. So I'm just, you know, I'm just gonna keep clicking, you know, keep clicking away because I love y'all. And I want y'all to know that I love you guys. So I know y'all saw the title. Good morning, Tink. Everybody, wake up. Wake up. Y'all need to get up. Shit. Y'all get too used to COVID. Wake y'all ass up. I love y'all. And wake up. So what's tea? Let me tell you what's tea. So, when I say you cannot pray the gay away, I hate that concept, right? I hate that concept as well. God don't be hearing that. The Lord don't be hearing that. The Lord do not be hearing that. The Lord, he don't, girl. The Lord said, well, why is you talking to me? You know, I feel like that's how the Lord be looking at us. You know, when you know what's gays, you know, be like, Lord, take it away. I don't want to suck dick. I want to eat coochie. So, you know, when we be doing that, You know, when them gays be sitting there praying and talk about some Lord, give me the power to like vagina. Lord, I want to like it. You said that's what I'm supposed to like. I can get up there unless I like it. Do something about this. So, yeah, the Lord don't be hearing that. And I never said this to the Lord because I never been that gay. Um, like I said, you know, vagina is amazing. You know, yeah, yeah. So you like extra gay dudes, you know, like you guys know who you are. You know, the ones that are just gay as fuck, you know, like breast, coochie, you know, all of that is, you know, like a no-no, you know, to you. Yeah, I ain't never been that gay. I will fuck your girlfriend. I will. Yep. Wife, fiance, she look good. You leave in a room long enough with me, it'll probably be a wrap. Absolutely. No Trey songs. I'm not taking phones or nothing. So yeah. Here, flip. So yeah, so I begin comments to people, you know, and they've been talking about my gayness speech, you know, they're trying to figure out, you know, if I'm a top or bottom, you know, whatever. So like here's the thing. It took me a very long time to embrace being gay. Okay. I didn't want to be it gross. Um, I really didn't like gay people. You know, coming up, and the reason why I didn't like gay people is because it's like basically, it's like I was the only one, in you know, like in my family, pretty much. You know, the only person, you know, that I could relate to was me. You know, that I didn't have any other, you know, relation besides people like on TV, you know, and stuff like that. And you know, with me growing up in that time frame, it wasn't as accepted, you know, as it is now, to where it's damn near like everywhere, you know, like gay is everywhere. So it wasn't like that, you know. So with that being said, I didn't know how to embrace it. I didn't know that it was a good thing, because with the people I grew up with and the area I grew up in, it wasn't something that was embraced. You know, it wasn't something that people were, you know, not necessarily celebrating in the street, but they also really never spoke of it, you know, and if they did, it was in a negative tone, you know, by like my friends, you know, calling each other the F word, or, you know, just some, you know, stupid, playful shit. Um, and so there was nobody around me, you know, to show me that being, you know, gay, bisexual, you know, anything, you know, like that was okay. You know, I didn't have anybody, you know, around me to be like, you know, it's, you know, you gay, that's fine. You know, no big deal. You know, if you were gay, it was a big deal. You know, it was, you know, you got ridiculed. And on top of you getting ridiculed, there would be times where you would have to fight, you know, and in the black community, it's different. You know, it's not like how it is in the white community. You know, the black community, they will beat your ass, you know, for being something. You know, you know, if you look at them the wrong way, that could get you jumped, you know, walking past, especially if they, you know, have a hinkling, or, you know, it's been told that your ass is gay. You know, they like, yeah, what the fuck? Look, you see this little fag walk past? Look at him, nigga. Put a heat, go grab it. Go grab the nine, nigga. You see how he looked at us? He gay, right? That's old boy cousin. He gay, right? Nigga, you see how he just walked past us, son? Dead ass? You about to just let that happen, son? You about to let this nigga walk past and make it look like he want us, son? Like, nigga, what they gonna think when he get to the next block? You know, so yeah, so you know, it's a little different. You know, it wasn't just like, you know, Heidi ho, I'm gay. You know, it wasn't the whole. Even if you are gay, we don't care. You know, it wasn't like that. You know, it was a problem. You know, if you were gay, so with growing up and moving out, you know, of that area to a predominantly white one, it's different, you know, with them being gay, you know, like it's a little more accepted, and I'm not gonna say like it's protected, but it's just not as bad, you know, coming up in an area of diversity. You know, with when it's diverse, you're gonna get all different types, you know, of opinion. If it's predominantly, then you're gonna get more so of a certain opinion. So with that being said, you know, as I grew and I, you know, slowly but surely, you know, started to become more like okay with it. But I guess, but I never like embraced it, It's like if there was somebody gay that I heard that was gay or, something like I just would stay as far away from them as possible. I really wouldn't want because I felt like people already like kind of knew. So it's like if I hang out with him, it's gonna make it obvious, you know. So people are definitely gonna think like we're dating or shit like that, which was true. With me hanging out with certain people or around certain people they just instantly linked us. It was just like, oh, well, they were messing around, they were dot dot dot, and it's just like, what the fuck? It's like we were just hanging out, but it comes with a different, it's a different stigma, if you will. So I always grew up, hollering at girls. I always talked to females. Like coming up, I liked the attention that I got from women. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to be with like a girl and we be somewhere in the public and I can kiss her when I wanted to, grab her hand, put my hands in the back of her pockets, hold her booty and shit. It's like I like that. It's like I like the PDA. Like I'm the type of person when I like somebody, I want to show people, that this person, like is, belongs to me. Like this is bad, So one thing that about like with girls, like that's what they loved about me because I was always really affectionate. It's like I'm a taller dude, 6'4", so I've always had like a natural muscular build. Play football, stuff like that. So the girls liked me, they always call me like they say I give bear hugs, they say you give the best hugs, because you're warm, you always smell good, so it's like you give the best hugs. So coming up, I never had a problem, getting a girl, gaps and all, bitch. Like it was never an issue. And I've never dated an ugly girl. Like I've never dated one. Like I've never dated an ugly girl. Like all my girls were bad bitches, like I had the baddest chicks. Like I'm not gonna lie. I had the baddest chicks. So me and my brothers and my cousins, like we always had girls. Like no matter where we went, it was always girls. Like it was we were like magnets, no matter where we went, because all of us are taller, and all that. So it was just, so I was always in like girl heaven, and I hung out with so many girls. Like I was just literally like a magnet. When I got to school, especially high school, the girls that my friends, they would be waiting for me at my locker, like waiting. Like, when is he getting here? Like they loved me, so it was like, and since like with me having this personality and me being able to like mesh with them and like understand where they are, so like when they had guy problems and shit like that, it was like I was like the perfect person to talk to, so most of them would come and talk to me, and get advice, and and all type of shit, and then on top of that, I would creep, and I was a creep, I ain't gonna lie. I was a creep, and whichever girl, like the pretty girl, like the prettiest girl, whoever if she came up to me with a problem, I'm a Virgo. If she came up to me with a problem and she was fine, I wasn't helping her get back with her man. Like, if we were friends or not, I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, let me break this shit over. Yeah, he was over there talking to what's the name? Yeah, he didn't want you. And he didn't want you because you know what I do. You know how I treat you. I never felt like this if you was with me. I'm telling you, I never make you go through no shit. So I was but if they wasn't cute, I'd be like, yeah, girl, we need to work this out. Where he at? Is he on the second floor? Like, where his locker? Yeah, come on, girl. Let's go find him, girl. Because you sitting here, look how you looking. Come on, girl. Girl, you didn't even cute from the back. Come on. So yeah, but the pretty girls, I will always like take them, so, and I always had a fine ass girlfriend. Like that's what people knew about me. They just like, yeah, he dated all the fine girls. Like he always for some reason. I don't know if it was my personality. I don't know what it was, but it's just for some reason I never had a problem getting a girl. Like every Friday, because where we lived at, it wasn't really too much to do. It was a smaller town, so we would go to like the movies or the mall. And every week, it's like you had to have a girl. If you didn't have a girl, if you weren't already dating somebody, then you had to come with a girl, because that's when we made out. Okay, we would go in the movies, beach, and we would all sit like a seat. Yes, and we would all sit a seat away from each other, and we would make out. Or so, and that's what we would do, and I liked it, and I got really good at it. So we would make out. And so, and that was my favorite. I loved making out, like that. That was my shit, like kissing and, caressing and, trying to finger her, and shit like that. Like that was my shit. Like I loved it. So I was always, I always had a girl, I always had one. So if you didn't have one, then you were kind of like, you kind of look like a loser, like if you ain't come with a girl. So I was the type, I was such a beast. I was, I was such a beast that even when like my girlfriend wouldn't come, I have another girl that would be there. Like or it'd be a girl with a girl that, and I'd just be like, hey, what up, man? Like it did, like, just what up was enough. You know what I'm saying? Walk up, put my arm around her, like, what you doing up here by yourself? Shit like that. So it was easy, it wasn't a problem. So I was getting cussed out all the time. Every Monday when we went back to school, I was getting dumped. Because they just like, no, you're at the movies. I heard about it. And they said you were making out Kelsey, all this shit. I'm just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. We were three seats, 4 seats away from each other. It'd be dark in there. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they was in there kissing this. I wasn't kissing nobody. You wasn't there. Like, I wasn't kissing nobody. So I had to, get back with get my trapper keeper thrown at me. She didn't give me my assignment. She did for me. So, I did her homework for like a week, and shit like that. And then I stay on the phone with her all week, like all week I'll call her, because I'm like, look, this is shit. Look, nah, because I'm getting in trouble. So I was in tour with my mom because I always had the fucking phone. So she was pissed, so yeah. So it was like a war. It was like a fucking war zone, back then. But it was dope, So that's what I'm saying. It's like I love women. I've always loved women. So that's why it was harder for me, and it still is like kind of like low key, like hard for me to be like gay, because I love women. Like I really do. Like this isn't, like it's not something to say just to say, like I have children, they didn't fall out of the sky, it wasn't a one time and then boom, we had no, so it's, I've been having sex with girls, the majority of my life, what the fuck, my first relationship in my adulthood, like turning 18 was for 8 years, like we dated for 8 years. From 18, So I mean, we dated for 8 whole years, So that is, so that I'm predominantly like woman, like that's just what I'm used to. I'm used to taking care of a woman. I'm used to, trying to please a woman. I'm used to trying to appease a woman. I'm usually stressed because of a woman. Like it was always because of a woman. Like it wasn't never because of a man. It's like I really couldn't relate. Because when I was with a woman, when I was with her, I wasn't the type of man that was with a woman, but creeping with men. I never creeped with a man. The only time I even entertained a male was when we were literally not together, like vocally said, we are not together and literally separated. That was the only time. Other than that, while I was with her, I was with her. And she will tell you, I did not cheat on her. I didn't, I did not cheat on her. That's why I said when you're truly in love with somebody, you only see them. There were plenty of females that would try to get with me. I would never oblige just because I was truly in love with this girl. Like just the thought of her being with somebody else made me want to just fucking tear the house down, like rip shit apart. Just the thought of it, So it's like I never wanted her to feel that way. And I already felt that she was like low key, having to deal with me being bisexual. So it was like, I need her to trust me. And I felt like she wouldn't trust me if she heard or saw anything, so it's just like, I can't, so, and it was hard, because there was a lot of temptation. There was a lot, of temptation, but I would never take the bait. I never took the bait. I never took it, so that's why when I give that type of advice, it comes from the heart. Because that I truly mean that, like she will tell you she never had, like, don't get me wrong. It was some female she argued with just because she felt like they were getting a little too close, but it was never a female she argued with because of you heard that we slept together or no, like my woman, she never had to look for me. Anytime she called, I answered. If I didn't answer, I called her right back. I answered all of her text messages, like all of that shit. Like she never had to look for me. She always knew where I was. She didn't go to bed without me being bedside. The only time I wasn't bedside was when I worked overnights. When I worked overnights, that was the only time. We were not in the bed with each other, but she never had to go to sleep with that doubt, like, where's my man? What is he doing? Who's he with? No, the majority of the things that I did, we did together. So if I go to the bar, she came with me. If I went to hang out at some of my friends' house, she came with me. If I went to hang out with family, she came with me. Even if she didn't get along, with certain family members of mine, I still made my family respect her, because when you're younger, especially me, it's like I'm a super mommy's boy. Like I'm a mama's boy. So I just don't really tolerate any disrespect, like coming towards my mother. So women really, because I'm a really like I'm a big mama's boy. Like I'm always there for my mom. I try to give her whatever she needs, and stuff like that. So with that being said, it's like a competition, like when a woman comes into your life, because my mom is so used to just me giving her all my attention, so when I got into a serious relationship, it affected her. She didn't realize how quickly, it was going to affect her. So when her and my ex-fiance at the time, when they would get into it, and it was more so about me, it was always about time, or something like that. So when they would get into it, I would let my mom say what she wanted to say to her, and she will always like say something to me about it. Like, my girl at the time, she will always say something, but I just feel like, like that's my mom. Like, like I can't go against my mom. I know she say some shit, and I'm sorry, that she says these things to you, but like, I just can't go after her. Like, I mean, like, how do I go after my own mom? So one day they got into it and I just stopped my mom. I was just like, yeah, no, mom, you gotta respect my girl. Like, you have to. You just feel like you can say whatever you want to say to her. And it's like, you cannot do that. It's like, I love you, but at the same time, you're not showing me you loving me by coming at my girl, because this is just creating isolation between all of us, because now her and I gonna be mad at each other. Y'all two mad at each other. Now it's just a big cluster mess, and it's like, I can't live like this, so it's like, I'm either going to have to separate myself from you for a while, because my woman she's good to me, like this is a good woman, so like she takes care of me, and I take care of her, so I'm just like, we're a team. So I can't just keep letting you come at her, like that, because it's not cool, and I can't let you keep doing it, because you're causing a lot of friction in my life. I got to deal with all this shit when I get home. I'm arguing with her for hours. I'm tired of that. Like, I'm tired of, because this is not the end. It's like, this shit is starting here, but as soon as we get in that car, she gonna cuss me the fuck down. And it's gonna last and last and last. I ain't gonna be able to get no pussy. Like, it did. Look, you fucking this up, because her titties and shit sitting pretty today, and I'm trying to play with her when we get to the crib. You're not about to keep fucking this up for me. And she did. So I'm just like, look, but as soon as we left that house and we got in the car, my girl jumped on me and just like basically started ripping my fucking clothes off. She's like, hell, hurry up, let's get home. Because she was, like she said, she ain't never been that turned on, because of how I handled it. She was just like, that's all I wanted you to do. You didn't have to cuss her out. You just needed to acknowledge it. You just kept ignoring it, and it just getting worse. So that's when she knew for sure that like I had her back. Like when you put your family in their place for me, that means you want me to become family, or I already feel like it to you. So like our relationship took a whole nother, so I mean, it was cool, so like that's why I'm saying, like, with this whole gay thing, it's it is what it is, but my first love will always be women. I've always been attracted to women. Like, I mean, I'm attracted to men, but I feel that my attraction for women is completely different, because when a man is usually physical, with a woman, it's not just that. I think about like how I would treat her, and and all of that shit. Like me and my girl, we used to have wars, on Valentine's. I would fill her card with shit. She would fill my card with shit. I would go to her, I would send a bunch of fucking flowers and shit to her job, and we just did a bunch of random shit. I would just send her flowers just because. And even Tiff West, my boo, she can even tell you that. Like, I even sent her flowers before, just because. I just, and I sent her flowers, so, just because it's Wednesday, and I sent her some flowers, just to make her feel good. When she got those flowers that day, she felt special. She might not wanted to say it out loud, but she did. So, and I like for that, because she's a woman in my life. So as a woman in my life, I want you to know that I care about you. And I say it vocally, but I need to physically show you too. With her and I being so far apart, I want her to know, you mean a lot to me. So and so I've always been, in love with women, and I always will be. I've always had a strong, attraction to women, and I always will. That's never going anywhere. So and I don't feel that because I'm bi, I have to, hold this. If I'm not holding a flag for heterosexual people, why do I have to hold the gay one? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't get it. If I don't have to hold the heterosexual flag, why do I have to hold the gay one? Why? Because I'm bi, I have to march for the gays. Like, I have no association with the straights. I do. I identify with straight people because I am attracted to women. So this whole, oh, he's anti-LGBTQ. No, I'm not. I just don't feel like I have to run with an association if that's not my life. That's more so geared towards gay people. I don't feel like I'm gay, you know. If you view a person's personality or how they act on times, if you view that, oh, you're okay, well, hey, that's your perception. And I'm not here to change that. But I'm not going to act as if I don't find women extremely attractive and that I would not still physically have sex with one. Yes, I would. I absolutely would. I enjoyed it. It is what it is. I don't find, sex with a woman, like uncomfortable or anything like that. It gets me up. I mean, that type of shit make me horny. I don't watch just gay porn. I watch a lot of straight. I watch straight porn. I watch gay porn when I'm bored of straight. So it was like that, that. So that's my thing. When I'm bored of watching straight porn, I'll watch, gay. So I'm completely aroused by women. I love women, and I don't feel that I have to, like I said, carry a flag, for gay people when that's not my life. It's a part of my life, but it's not my life. You know, um, I'm not a fake ass bitch, so I'm not gonna say that I'm heterosexual. That would be fake as fuck, for me to say that. That'd be a whole lie. So, but I'm not about to say I'm gay because wouldn't that be a lie too if I enjoy women? So I don't understand that. I'm not gonna isolate gay people, and I'm not gonna isolate straight people either. Like I don't understand that. I feel that it comes with a tone, and it kind of becomes disrespectful towards people that are heterosexual. Like it's, we need to more so worried about being accepted and being gay because, like people aren't being disrespected for being hetero. They are. Just like people get disrespected for being gay. When a woman is be called a slut or a whore, isn't that a hetero woman being disrespected? So if a gay person is being called a F word or a queer or, all of that, okay, that's you being disrespected. That's a slur. Okay. So if you are a gay man calling a straight woman a slut, isn't that a heterosexual slur? Gross. So here, Flip. It's a little different for me. So I'm not gonna go around with a rainbow fucking color shirt on for what? Because if I put on if heterosexual people have their own flag and I put that shirt on as a gay person, that's probably people gonna look at you. You're gay. Why do you have on that shirt? Okay. So I'm just saying, I mean, it is what it is. So it's not the fact that I, don't like gay people or anything like that. I do feel like I should hang around more gay people. I do. And that's why I be trying to, like shout out to, the official King Payne and Armand Wiggins and Rich Lomax, Stormisha. Shout out to all those gays. Because my friends, the Armands and, King Paynes and, the Rich Lomaxes, because they help me, that's why I love listening to them, and following them, because they help me, like on my journey, with accepting, my sexuality, because like I said, if my husband and I, God forbid, didn't work out, I would go back to dating women. I absolutely would. I would not hesitate. I would not hesitate. I would date women before I would date a man. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't date a man again, but I would definitely want to date a woman first. Like, I just because I miss it. So, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, good question. So, help me out. How is it? What is it? I believe. I'm heterosis, but only get off from gay porn and watch straight porn when I'm bored. I mean, it's you like what you like. I mean, what's for you is for you. I'm sure there's a lot of gay people, or a lot of gay men, I should say, that would disagree with the fact of me, wanting to sleep with women still, or still being attracted to women. They'll just be like, how are you gay, but you still, a lot of gay men can't come up with that, they can't wrap their head around it, because it's like, to them being gay, all they see is men, all they want to sleep with is men. They don't find any attraction to women at all whatsoever. So sex is definitely off the table, like that's not even an option. But with me, I'm that it's the complete opposite, for me. Sex will be completely on the table. My spouse would need me to worry about me cheating with a woman before he would ever have to worry about me cheating with a man. Like, no, I'll find that boring. So but yeah, I would be more concerned if, if I was somebody dating me, if I was a man dating me, I would be more concerned about a woman. So if I kept like hanging out with a female, I would be more worried about that than you going to hang out with a dude, like, or with a gay person. I would be less worried, if you were with another. That's how I'm set up. And when most gay men, they feel the opposite. They feel more comfortable with their person of interest hanging out with females over other males, especially gay ones, because then there's an insecurity, that goes with that, because it's, always still that option, of, the cheating, but with me, Mr. Steal Your Girl, not Mr. Steal Your Dick. No, you can have it. That is all you. But who is that homegirl you with? I'm that type of person. So, here, flip. Quite right. He says, I'm 100% gay and watch straight porn from time to time. Absolutely. Just for something different. And it's a different type of, whatever you feel, that you like, what gets you to where you need to get to, that it's you. Everybody's different. There's a lot of straight men, heterosexual men, that watch gay porn, that watch trans porn, that watch, they watch all those type of things, but they've never had any encounter, with a trans or, a cross dresser or any of that. They only strictly women. But, sometimes you just want something different. The body kind of craves something new, So no, absolutely. So yeah, everybody's, different. Shout out to all the new members. Period. Shout out to my boo, Tiffy, for becoming a member, girl. Monica says, Sean, I just want to thank you for being you. The words you are saying for me personally is appreciated. I have so much respect for you. Oh, shout out to you, Monica. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. So link don't work. Look like it's don't make me cuss YouTube out. Don't make me cuss YouTube out. Y'all figure out what's going on with that link. So, but that's just how I view things, so it's not, I'm not pushing that upon everybody, or anything like that. I think that's why I have a different type of connection, with my woman audience, because you can tell, when somebody is truly attracted to women. I've always stated my appreciation for women in my commentary. So if you watched me, you'll know. You will know, because I'm always going to talk about it because it's true. So, yeah. It's the difference when somebody says something like once and then it's like you never hear it again. I say this shit all the time. I eat the cookie raw. So it's like I say it all the time. So I mean it's true. I mean, especially if it's something that keeps coming up, that there has to be truth to it, So but that's just how I view it. It's just being real with who you are. Shout out to my boo, Nas. I love you, Nas. Oh, hold on. Hold on real quick. Hold up. Holla. Okay, holla. Give me 1 second, Charlie. 1 second. I'm glad she is here. Where is she? Okay, Nas comment. Just write anything. I want to make sure it works, because sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. Where's my boo Nas? Okay. So y'all know. Oh, Amelia, good morning, beautiful. Jimmy, she said, "Oh man, I'm blushing." LOL. Look now, y'all. Cause y'all know I'm in love with the kuka. All right, I'm in love with the kuka. Welcome to the My Game, boo. I meant to give you a wrench the other day, but I keep forgetting. So because I be having my eye, I be having my eye. I was meaning to make 2 new moderators, so you were one of them. So yeah. So now apply with Tip West, and she will send me a list. I always make 2 of my own, and then I have Tiff and the other moderators. They get together, and then they send me a list. The last list they sent me, it didn't work out. It didn't work out as well. So I had to modify some shit. After the mods all hit me up like, "No, look, Sean, wait a minute. We made a mistake. Because they was coming at me like I chose the mod. I'm like, y'all chose these people. Like, how y'all mad at me? Oh, like when I like mad at me, just like, no, we gotta get it. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, okay, girl. So yeah, so welcome, Nas, love you, girl. So I do have my eyes on a couple other people. I do. So, but I let my moderators and Tip West take care of that. The more we go up, the more moderators we have. We don't want to blue chat. We do not. Shout out to my boo, Stace the Poets. Thank you, sweetie, for the super chat. Thank you, beautiful. Y'all already know how it is. We don't want no blue fucking chat. So we like our moderators to feel special at the SeanDavieWay show. Okay. We like them to feel special. We like them to feel like very badass bitches, because they are. So yeah. So we don't do the blue chats. We don't do that. We don't do. You got 257 fucking moderators, like gross. And the more moderators you have, the more they argue. And I don't want my moderators. It's a sisterhood with them. They look now. I try to stay away. I don't be in their chats. I don't be in none of their stuff. I let my moderators be them. I don't put no pressure and stuff up on them. Their only responsibilities is to promote when they can and to show up. That is their own responsibilities. They don't have to be at every show. I do not expect that. I do not expect them to be at every show, to have a whole life, families, work, all that type of stuff. I am not that important to where they need to be, so removing themselves from important things. My moderators don't pay no money. I know there's moderators that pay content creators monthly to be moderators. My moderators are moderators for of the free. I do not make my moderators become members. If they want to be members, that is completely up to them. Has nothing to do with me. So yeah. So it's not a lot of pressure being my moderator. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not hard to be my friend. Like, it's really not. Like, it's really not. You get the boot if you're gone just for a long ass time, to where people just like, where is this person? Because other moderators, they pay attention. So if they have not seen you in like a month or 2, then that means that you busy as fuck. So that means bye, because that could be for somebody else. There are a lot of people that want to be moderators. So yeah. So that I try to keep my moderators in peace. And my moderators are pretty peaceful. It's like a sisterhood. You don't see my moderators going back and forth with each other, because I've seen that in other chats, and I'm just like, that would be so embarrassing, for them to be doing that, because I feel like the moderators show an example to the chat. So if they are cussing each other out and fucking deleting each other's messages and hiding each other, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What is this all? So my moderators are classy, but will get nasty if they have to. So and I love that. So and they're so dope. So I love my moderators, and I love the type of sisterhood that they keep with one another. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, I love and they're all women of color. And I want one white woman. Look now. I don't give a damn how y'all feel about it. We're not gonna have no whole bunch of white people up here telling us what to do. Okay, we don't need no whole bunch of oppressors. All right, bunch of Karens, up in here trying to tell us what the fuck to do. But but nah, with this being a business and everything, since they try to, white people when they own businesses, they got to have at least, they have to have a quota, people of color. So, we got a quota too. But our quota is -1%, because all we need is one person. That's it. That is the fuck of the it. So we're gonna pick one of the white persons. And I really got my I got my eye on one person that's been super loyal for a very long time. But yep. So no, all of my moderators is of color. So it is no disrespect, white people. It's a whole bunch of other white people out here with channels that y'all could go over there and do that. It's show of the is. Mine is for people of color, Puerto Ricans. I don't even mind a couple Asians. My black beautiful women. Now we ain't gonna have too many beige ones, but we got a quota on beige. Because I don't look like no colorist. And y'all know the darker the berry, the sweeter the fucker juice. Y'all know I love them black. Sean, can we get a kookaran emoji, please? Shout out to Josie. The only flag you need is the SeanDavieWay flag, period. Absolutely. Shout out to my boo. Y'all know, Typo, I think you're beautiful the way you are, Sean. Oh, thank you. Whoa. See, native. Look, you can be one girl. See, you native. See, y'all, that works. That works. We went to gay clubs and everything. Are you okay? I saw you say a comment earlier about your best friend. Okay. My best friend in high school was gay, and he was so ashamed of this. I was his girlfriend for 2 years until he became comfortable telling his mother, but he never wanted to disclose it at school. Absolutely, there are a lot of men that are, because we are like, I was really ashamed, of being gay. I really was. I really wanted nothing to do with it. I did. I used to literally cry at night, especially when I got in my first like real serious relationship, to where kids and all that came. I literally used to pray about it. Like when I found out I was having my daughter, oh my God, I cried like a baby, talking to God like all night. Like, I'm like, I don't want to ruin her life. It's just like, what, all this, like, I'm just thinking, just like all of these things, these bad things, I just wanted to protect my kid, like no matter what. So, yeah, so it was a really scary thing for me. And I really wanted nothing to do with it. Shout out to my boo stand on. Did I say hi to you, babe? I love you. Oh, girl, you give that face. Oh. So I mean, it was really hard for me. It was hard for me to accept. And I used to have like this anger, like with women, because I felt like they had it so much easier, like even with them, rather gay, straight, or whatever. Like, I just feel like, lesbians, they get a little flack, but not like men, like it is different, the energy, that we get, with women, I feel that it's just more socially accepted. Um, Also with women, I feel like it's easier to hide. If two girls are walking down the street holding hands, it doesn't mean that they're dating. You have straight girls that are at the bar that hold hands as they're going across the bar, that, kiss, and it's no big deal. And, like, it's just, like it's way easier to hide. If she grabs your hand and say, let's go to the bathroom, nobody's looking at that as like, oh, they're lesbians. Like, it's just, more accepted. And then if guys especially, hear about it, it's more so of like a fucking dream, than a nightmare, But I just feel like the isolation is on a different level, when it comes to men. So it's just, I really just didn't want that connection, to that at all. And what made it even worse is that I love women. So it's just like, I see if I was one of those gay people, one of those gay men. Shout out to my Bulania. Shout out. Oh, Lord. Yes. Oh, come through with the au natural. I love it. Oh, I love hair wraps. So hair flip. Shout out to my boo. Thank you so much. Thank you, sweetie. And thank you, Standalone. I love you, Standalone. So I just, that's why I feel like I have the anger, like where that anger came from, because it's just like, I shouldn't have to. Why do I have to deal with being gay if I like girls? Like, well, I never understood that. I'm just like, I'm not gay if I want to have sex with this girl. Like, I really do. Like, I want to have sex with her. So it's just like, well, but why do I want him as well? Like, I don't want to want him. Like that's how I was. So, and I didn't have, like I said, anybody around me, that could explain it, and just be like, hey, So, that's why I'm so much more aware, and going to be more aware when it comes to my children, because if they feel that type of way, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, and these are my kids, so I don't give a fuck how nobody feels about it. I honestly don't want my kids being gay. I don't. I don't. Yeah. That, in my preference, I would prefer, if my kids are straight. I mean, hey, um, I just feel like it's safer. I feel that way. I just I can't be everywhere, and as they grow as adults, it's a different type of protection you need. Um, and I can't be there, all the time, especially like when I go off to college and things like that. It's very scary, So I honestly, and it's a hard life. Um, especially if you're not willing to be true to yourself, not true to others, true to yourself. Because when you're true to who you are, everybody sees it, So once you're when you're lying and, creating a facade, and, when you're doing all of those things, is when a person views you as fake, to where you can destroy a woman's life. Shout out to my boo Tierra, I love you. To where you can destroy a woman's life. But, and that was the thing. And why people say like, oh, well, the 8-year relationship, why did that last? Like I said it on Station Head, but I had to let her go because I needed her. I feel like I damaged her enough, because we didn't break up because we didn't work. We didn't break up because we weren't in love. Not having love for each other, literally in love. I have to separate from her because I have to let her live her life. I needed to give her her youth. We are in our 20s. We have been dealing with each other for a very long time. We have children, all of this stuff. I just feel like I need you to live, I need you to be able to be out there with a man that only wants women, because you deserve that. That is what you deserve. And I don't want to keep pushing this to where I've held on to you for so long, to where we can't separate just because we feel like so much time has already been invested. You still have your youth now. You still have a chance to be happy, and I'm not saying that I don't make you happy. I'm just saying there are parts of me that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you insecure, you know, with you not knowing what is what with me. One moment I'm this, then the next moment I'm that. One moment I'm hot, the next moment I'm cold. And it builds up a lot of frustration when certain needs aren't being met. And I don't feel that as a man, I was meeting her needs to where it was turning her into a bad person, into an angry person, into a damaged person, because I don't want to damage her to where she was just fucked for all men after me. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the one that destroys you. I don't want to be the one that makes you scorned. I don't want to be the guy that makes you everything that I did to you is red flags in the future with other men. That's not fair to you, and it's not fair to my daughters. Like I can't be responsible for those things. Like I'm responsible for enough. You know, I should have been more mature as growing up and dealing with these things prior before engaging you and starting a family with you. All of this isn't good for you. These are mistakes that I've made. You're not a mistake, the children are not a mistake, but I can't hold you from what could possibly be. And we fear the unexpected. We don't know what's going to happen, so we're scared. So we rather stay where we're safe. And I felt like that's what we were doing. We stayed where we felt safe. I stayed with her, she stayed with me. It was safe. I took care of her, she took care of me, but we did what we needed to do. But we made it work. And I was so afraid of how it affect the kids, with separating, to where that was a huge reason, I stayed there, because I didn't want to rip my kids apart, because it felt like a divorce, like I took it hard, and she took it really hard too. She still has hard days, and I still even have hard days, because there's still a lot of love there, but still at the same time, it's a lot, to deal with. And I couldn't take her through that. I'm like, I can't be the guy that destroys you, because every time you're sitting there talking to our kids about, examples and setting examples for them and telling them your experiences and your life experiences and what certain men did to you and things like that. I don't want to be those negative stories. I don't want my daughter sitting there like, oh, you talking about dad. Oh, you talking about dad, aren't you? I didn't want that. So I'm like, I have to do something, and I have to, because I started this, so I didn't want to, damage her, and I feel like a lot of men, especially down low men, I feel that they don't pay attention to that. They just worry about the upkeep. They just worry about this female keeping a certain image for them versus to them actually falling for them. Straight women fall for gay men all the time. All the time. There are a lot of lesbian women that fall for straight women all the time. It happens. So with that happening, I feel that they don't, for keeping appearances, there are a lot of lesbians that are dating hetero men, to keep appearances up, just, but they don't realize how they truly are affecting that person, because they love you. The feeling may not be mutual, but they love you. And it's not right for you to take them through that. It's not okay for you to bamboozle this woman into loving you, and you basically feeding her everything she needs to be fed, her mind, her body, and her soul, just for an image. So you make her so insecure by separating from her, because then when she separates, she don't know what's what. Whenever she encounters a man, I don't know if he's straight, because I was with a whole nigga for ... and he turned out to be whole gay, and these are things that they carry. These are burdens that they carry, along with them, because you scarred them by lying to them, pretending and projecting something that you aren't. That is why a lot of hetero, especially Black women, have such a problem with the gay community, because they've been scorned by them. A lot of these gay men were married, had families, all type of shit, to just let it all go for being gay. And they knew that the whole time. So it fucks with a woman's security, like, and just in general, like after that, like it's really hard for them to trust. Like it really is. Like it's already a problem, for them to trust. This is really making it an issue. Like this is really a problem. So I feel like a lot of people overlook that. So that's why I said, like, I didn't feel like it was fair what I was doing, in that relationship. That's why I have to let it go. What I'm doing isn't right. I have to let you go, free you for somebody you deserve. Instead of you coming home one day and temptation has fully taken over me, and it's two men in the house and you see two niggas, and now you just fucking scarred, from it. It does a lot. It really affects the person. So let me free you so I can free me. Let me go out here and see what I truly want, because I don't even know what I want. I can't know what I want if I feel like I'm, to a certain degree, leading you on, or walking you up to this lifestyle that you think you're about to have and you aren't. Like that's not cool. So I have to do that for me, and I did that, and I feel like I did it at a decent time, and a lot of people don't. They just scar these women, and when they're scarred, from these men that portray to love them, that has had children with them, when all of that, it's like this hatred, the woman has for that man. But the hatred is a different type of hatred, for the simple fact is that she doesn't hate him. She loves him. The thing that broke them up was the fact that he's gay. So then she begins to hate the fact that he's gay, to where now she's projecting it on all gay people. So that's what I said. It's a different type of story, when most people, most women, especially, have some type of homophobia, like it comes from something, but it didn't just come out of the sky. Most of these women don't have certain homophobias in them, or are willing to say certain homophobic slurs because of how a person chooses to have sex, or something like that. That's the last thing they fucking care about. Why they don't like gay people is because they just broke up with this energy they still feel from the last motherfucker that fucked them over, that they were completely in love with, and come to find out that they were fucking their homeboy, that they're fucking their best friend that's gay. Some shit like that. So it's this horrible experience that they've had with the gay community. So I mean, it's a little different, so actually see why these women feel this way, instead of just saying, oh, she's homophobic, she's this, she's that. No, she's not. That shit comes from somewhere, especially if she supports gay people. If she watches gay commentators and things like that, goes to gay bars, and and she just so happens to get into it with somebody, and a homophobic slur comes out of her mouth, that could stem from something. Because clearly you can't be homophobic. Like, I mean, girl, you in here kikiing with the gays, you doing this with the gays, you doing that with the gays. So, clearly you're not homophobic, But what made that come out of your mouth? If a white person is standing in a hip hop bar filled with Black people, and they just so happen to get into it with somebody, and the N-word comes out, most people aren't going to care. I don't want to know where it came from. I don't give a damn. You said it. So now we're whooping your motherfucking ass. But if it happens with a hetero woman and she says it to a gay guy at a gay bar, they're not beating her ass. You know what I mean? Hey, you never know. But for the most part, she's not getting her ass beat, and all that. She just said what she said. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with it. But I mean, not much is going to happen. So I mean, that's why I'm patient, with our people. People used to say a lot about me. Oh, he's always saying bitch. He's so disrespectful. He don't like black women. He this, he that, whatever. If I changed how I have my setup, then that's fake. That's how I look at it. If I'm literally changing how I do my commentary, that's fake. That's not who I am. Shout out to my boo Keish. I would love to have a couple road trip with you and your boo just so my hubby can see how real and hilarious you are. I love you so much. Thanks for being you. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, I would love to do that too, but girl, I can't be in the car for so long because I'm bougie. So, girl, I hate being in the car for a very long time. I get I'll be cussing everybody out. Girl, I get car sick. But thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much, Keish. Good morning, period. But no, I mean it's the truth. Facts. I used to be so cool with transsexual men until I witnessed how horrible they talk about women, and that a very true statement. And that's why I say I have respect for the trans community. I don't want to say that I don't have sex. Fucking sex, gross. I'm saying gross because I said sex, not gross because of trans people. So I don't have a problem with trans people at all. I respect the hell out of trans people. I do. Especially for living their life and being them true selves and, for who they feel that they are, not who we feel like they should be. Much respect. But we're not going to abolish the woman. Okay? This is why I respect trans people from a distance. But I would really like to have some trans friends. I really would. But with the whole, to me, it's just really, it's just really sensitive. I mean, I'm a roaster, kikier, laugher. I like to have a good time. When I'm around people, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't be able to have a good time around trans people, but I respect the fuck out of the woman. I love the woman. And I'm not going to abolish the woman. Okay? So I have enough respect for a trans person to call a person trans and add whatever they are after it. So if you're a trans male, I'm fine with calling you a trans male. And if you're a trans woman, I'm fine with calling you a trans woman. But I'm not calling you a fucking woman. I'm not doing that. And I don't care how you feel about it because you are not. Being a woman is something you are born, not made. Just saying. So that's just how I feel. So you're not going to hear me saying this woman when it comes to somebody trans unless trans is in front of it. Like, I really don't care, for the simple fact that, how you choose to live your lifestyle. That is your lifestyle. But a trans woman is never going to come before a woman to me because it's two different things. So I don't understand the comparison. So that's why I choose to, because I'm a realist. So I'm not about to sugarcoat shit, to make you feel a certain way or to not attack a certain community, because that's not me attacking a community. That's not what's going on. It's just I view things how I view them. I love women. I love vagina. I love that. And they're entitled to having that. That's theirs. That belongs to them. Their fallopian tubes, their menstrual cycle, menopause, all of that belongs to them. Okay? So as a trans, you will never go through what an actual physically born woman will go through. And I'm not going to abolish the woman because you decided to become one. Because then what happens when you decide that you want to revert and go back? A born woman can't do that. Because it's how they were born. And then everybody feels that they were born in the wrong body. Not everybody feels that. I love everything about having a dick. I love it. I love being a man. I love it. I love it. So I don't feel that a woman shouldn't embrace and love being a woman, and that they're being insensitive to trans women when they no, they're not. They get to be who the fuck they are. It's their birthright. We're not about to just take rights and shit away from them because you want to be considered. I'm not considering Lysandra a woman. She's a fucking woman. It is what it is. So that's why I try to stay away from those type of topics and stuff like that. Because I don't want to come off as disrespectful. Because I don't feel any disrespect. I accept trans people. I have no problem with trans people. I think that they are beautiful people. I think that they are strong people. And I think that you have to have a certain mentality in order to live the type of lifestyle that they live. It takes a different type of skin to be who they are. So I respect that. I do. I do. But you're not about to compare yourself to no motherfucking woman in front of me, because that you are not. You are a trans woman. I feel like if a woman has to use the bathroom and it's a trans person and they both walking up at the same time, you need to wait. Let sis go in there first. Like, that's just how I feel. I don't feel that you should have to use a male bathroom. You're not a male. You shouldn't have to. I agree. You should not have to go in there dressed how you're dressed and being who you are and having to go through anything negative. Like, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. But still, at the same time, I'm not taking the woman away from the woman. I got to put respect on trans women, but just not on natural born women. Yeah, no. So I don't even feel like that's a conversation. And I think it's weird when trans women compare themselves to real women. Because then when you say real woman, all of a sudden, oh, I'm not a real woman. That's insensitive. That is this, that is that. Well, why are you comparing yourself to somebody that has a birthright, to something that you decided to change one day? Like that, they're completely different subjects. They're completely different stories. So why even put yourself in that category? That's not your category. You should be comparing yourself to other trans women. That's what you should be doing. You should be comparing your makeup to other trans women makeup. You should be comparing your fashion to other trans women's fashion, not comparing yourself to no motherfucking woman. For what? Y'all aren't the same. Sorry. Like, you're not the same. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm going to compare myself to a man, gay, straight, or whatever, doesn't matter, because that's how we were born. That's our birthright. So I'm going to compare myself to a male. I'm not going to compare myself to no damn woman. Like, I'm not going to do that because that's not what I am. I'm also not going to compare myself to a trans woman because I'm not trans either. So there's no reason for me to even be, I don't get it. So I feel like natural born women, Ari should be comparing herself to Alexa Sky. Them two people should be into it. Not no Alexa Sky into a T.S. Madison about bodies. No. Why? Why? Because are we going to compare shapes from birth, or are we going to compare shapes to when you transitioned? What are we doing? Are we comparing baby pictures? Or are we just comparing, like, what? Because then if somebody says something like that, that's insensitive. That, no, it's not. You should be comparing where you compare. You and another trans person could compare child pics and stuff like that because your lives are similar. Your life isn't similar to a woman. A woman is something you are born. In that case, there wouldn't be trans women. You would just be called women. You're not. You're a trans woman. A lifestyle. You live the lifestyle of a woman, is what I thought. So that means that you should act according. Be a lady. And I feel that there's more pressure on trans women to be ladies. Like, girl, hair flip. Like, it's more pressure on you to be a lady than a natural born woman. That's how I feel. Because you're going to get a lot. So you as a trans woman, you sitting there being disrespectful. It's obvious that somebody's going to say something about it. Why even set yourself up for that just to say that that person is homophobic or transphobic? It's a difference when somebody just coming at you But when you sitting there starting shit with people, it's obvious. So why wouldn't people? They're gonna say what they say. It is what it is. You truly don't know about how a person feels about you until it's time to get disrespectful. That's when the real shit start coming out and what you really think about that individual. So I don't feel that, in my opinion, I don't care who don't like it. I don't feel that trans women really should have anything to say to cis women, natural born women. I don't feel, girl, mind your business. Mind your business. How are you comparing? Girl, you're not a comparison. Like, you're really not. Two separate lanes. Getting yours and out of hers. So I mean, here, flip. I feel like trans people need to be comparing themselves to other trans. If they're gonna be getting into it, I feel like, it should be with other trans women, not cis women. Like, the fuck are y'all arguing for? Like, it's the competing for me. That's what but that's why I don't understand the competition. I just don't get it. I don't understand the competition. There is no comparison. There is no comparison. You going somewhere and getting something structurally sound to look like what somebody looks like naturally, what's the comparison? What is the comparison? That's just how I look at it. If a girl got a fat ass and it's another girl that got a flat ass and she go get her ass done, girl, it's still no competition. She got that natural. It's still no competition. Like, what's tea? Like, what do you mean? She's still naturally a bad bitch. Like, whenever you get through, she could go tweak some shit too, and it looked better than yours. But she didn't. That's just what she looks like naturally. So what's the tea? Like, I just don't get it. I do feel that a lot of women, hetero women, I feel that they have a problem with trans because of the attention. And when I say the attention, I don't mean the attention as if they're getting more. If you think about it, they're competing for the same men. Okay. So here, Flip. That's about all I know. That's why I figured that it started, right? They're competing for the same men. A trans woman wants a hetero man, right? Basically, most of them. And hetero women want a hetero man, right? Okay. So the majority of what they're fighting over is niggas, right? Like, ain't that what it's for? Because that's the competition. If there's gonna be any competition, it's niggas. It's niggas. Because other than that, what's the competition? There isn't one. This ain't the Swan. That show back in the day with all that plastic surgery shit. This ain't that. So, what's the competition besides the niggas? Because they do tend to go for the same type of men. If you ask me, I mean, I can see that. But like, other than that, what's to argue about? I just don't feel like a cis woman has, especially body or anything like that. Girl, it is no. Girl, I wouldn't even waste my time. I promise you, I would not waste my time arguing with a motherfucking trans woman as a woman. Girl, you got bigger problems. That's about all I'll tell a trans girl. Like, girl, you got bigger problems, girl. You got bigger issues, girl. You need to get with these support groups to these trans people getting found in dumpsters and shit. Last I checked, they ain't just killing, hetero women just to kill them. But they killing y'all just to kill y'all. But you want to sit here and argue with me about what bodies look like? Bitch, you got bigger issues, girl. Girl, you got bigger issues. So, girl, you worry about the wrong shit. You over here worry about the wrong shit. Shit, you worried about when you gotta tell the man certain information. I ain't gotta tell him shit. What the fuck he want is what the fuck he getting. He want a woman. That's what I'm giving. What do we have to? What are we arguing for? Are you pre-op or post-op? Like, you got other shit to be worried about. Girl, hair flip. Like, girl, shit. All my plumbing is intact. Everything he looking for is what the fuck he gonna get when I get the fuck over there. Are you? Shit, that's what I said. What are we arguing for? Like, girl, go find you something to do. I'm not about to come for your body. I'm not about to come for none of that, girl. Girl, they got nothing to do with me. Girl, all of this is birth. Shit, you looking at cornbread, greens, and neck bones over here, girl. Like, yeah, we don't have nothing to argue about. Don't you got checkups and shit on the surgery you got now? Ain't there some pills and some hormones and shit you need to be taking? Girl, you should be trying to get your lifestyle together, not worried about what I look like, what you, bitch, girl, I go find you something to do. Girl, because clearly you're bored. Shit, clearly you're bored. Like, girl, ain't you supposed to be taking my nigga or something? He's still here. Why he's still here? Like, girl, ain't you supposed to be my nigga DM or something? Like, girl, you look so better to me. Prove it. Fucking prove it. The fuck is you talking about? Girl, please. You need to be worried about other shit. But you worried about me. Okay, girl. Okay. So I just don't see what the argument is. I really don't. I don't. I feel like trans women have all type of other stuff to be worried about. And I feel like straight women got all type of other stuff to be worried about. You know, then they be worried about who look like, well, who cares? I mean, if this bitch ain't in the process of taking the nigga you have or nigga you trying to get, what y'all arguing for? What y'all arguing for? Do you know how hard it is for trans women and men to find jobs and, you know, things like that to be, you know, socially accepted enough to even make a coin? When there's a higher percent of trans people out here prostituting and things like that based off of them not being able to find a structured job that provides certain, you know, advances and insurances and, you know, stuff like, you know how hard that shit is? You know how hard it is to get actually your name changed and, you know, your sex changed on IDs and all of this shit? Bitch, you got bigger fish to fry. Girl, get your life together. Get your fucking life together. Girl, here flip. Like, it's all type of shit you could be worried about. But, I mean, you want to worry about making sure that cis women don't think that they're better than you. They're not. They're just women. Catch up. The fuck? They're mustard. You know, that's it. I mean, take it or leave it. I mean, I don't give a damn who don't like it. Sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Sorry, not sorry. Here, flip. I mean, cis women been mustard. Trans women are ketchup. So catch up. Like, y'all got stuff to be doing. You know, a lot of shit to be doing. So a whole bunch of shit. So they're out here saying trans lives matter, not trans arguments with hetero women fucking matter. Pick a team. That's all I'm saying. Here flip. Here flip. Here flip. Improve it. Prove it. All these trans people out here swear they trans, like this, that. What are you doing for the community? That's why I don't hold the LGBT flag. None of that shit. No. I'm gonna let them handle that. I'm gonna let them handle it. I'm worried about all these black issues. You see my page, my channel filled with black issues. Filled with them and what's happening to our people because I care. So I'm doing something about it. I'm doing something about it. What are you guys doing besides on here arguing with heterosexual women? And don't say trans lives matter until y'all find out that a new one just died. Then all of a sudden trans lives matter again. Okay, girl. Here flip. Y'all need to be worried about that type of shit. But instead, y'all want to get on here and hoop and holler and go back and forth about body parts and being body shamed. And she said, I had an Adam's apple. Girl, you do. You do. That's where that whole trans part comes in. Cis women don't have those. What's the comparison? Oh, there isn't. Okay. She said she had an Adam's apple because it's poking out like a fucking knuckle. So, I mean, it is what it is. You have one. You're getting rid of your birthright. It doesn't mean that everybody else has to. So as a trans person, I feel that you should be worried about doing everything you need to do to become the woman you say you are. Getting into it with heterosexual women and arguing over niggas and shit like that. If that's why you became a woman, then that's why you became a woman. Not all trans people became trans to just wear wigs and shit and argue with bitches all day. Like that ain't why. And the low key trick niggas, you know, like that ain't, no. Most of them become that way because that's truly how they feel, and they want to be in a happy relationship one day as what they feel. Here flip. Y'all got to stop making trans like an actual thing. It's not. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. Just saying. Because I could be trans too, right? I could do that. You know, if I wanted to. I could become a woman. I like men. I could become a woman. I could do all of that. But I don't, because I don't feel like I was born in the wrong body. I don't feel none of that. Okay? I don't feel any of those things. Because it's a feeling. That's how people become trans, how they feel. Here, flip. It's not a birthright. It's not any of that. It's a feeling. Just because you feel a way doesn't mean people have to treat you that way. Women are treated like women because that's how they're born. God, it's how they're born. Oh. It's no disrespect. It's the truth. Shit, a fact is a fact. And I feel that more trans people need to acknowledge the fact that they are trans, meaning that you are either a male or a woman first before whatever you became. You don't get to just throw that shit away and you're going to treat me and respect me like a woman. First of all, act like one. Let's start there. Act like one. It's a lot of you trans that's still real nigga-ish, but want to be treated like a woman. Pick a team. Pick a team. That's all that is. Pick a team and stay on it. That's all I'm saying. Because I am not going to hit a woman. I am not. But if I'm arguing with a trans woman and they trying to get all up in my face and all of this shit, hair flip. You ain't weak. You still got testosterone, all that shit inside of you. You okay, hair flip. Now, I'm not gonna put my hand on a motherfucking woman. I'm just leave that alone. I'm gonna walk away from that. But I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna walk away from a trans woman that is like aggressively getting in my face or something. I'm not. I will whoop your motherfucking ass. I sure will. I sure will. I sure in the fuck will. And we going to the same jail. What do you know? We going to the same motherfucking prison. What do you know? Round 2. The fuck? You want me to put you in that perspective? The law isn't. The law isn't. Especially depending on you pre-op or post-op. So a lot of you pre-ops be talking a lot of shit and get set right in jail with the motherfucker you just got done talking shit to. Right in jail with the motherfucker you just got done fighting. That same man. So cut it out. That shit is a feeling. Hair flip. Being gay is not a feeling. It's a lifestyle. It's just what you are. Like literally. You know, hair flip. So it doesn't mean that because you're gay, that means that you want to be a woman or dress like a woman or any of those things. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't. So if you choose to, that is a choice because of how you feel. It's not a birthright. It's not any of that shit. Cut it the fuck out. Shit, I can't just change being black. No, I'm fucking black. So no matter if I bleach my skin, I'm still black. So I don't give a fuck. And so if somebody gets mad, if I get mad because somebody doesn't want to address me as a white person because I bleached myself, oh fucking well. What I'm gonna do, beat them up until they change their mind? So you as a trans woman, if nobody wants to acknowledge you, like literally as a woman, you're mad that they want to acknowledge the fact that you are trans. Why? You are. Shit, y'all get angry like y'all was born a woman, and I just literally cannot believe this person is questioning. What the fuck? Y'all need to have a seat, or y'all need to have a seat, or like, no, I'm not abolishing the woman because that's something you feel like you want to be. No, you're entitled to that, and you get to be it. And I don't have the right to disrespect you for it, but I also don't have to respect it either. I don't have to. And if I don't, that just means that I'm just not your cup of tea and you're not mine. That's fine. So, but I don't have a problem with trans people. I don't. I feel that they should be entitled to the lifestyle that they want to lead. But trying to force certain things onto people and like force rights and what do you mean? Like you have the right to do what you want to do and who you want to be. Like so it's not the to me, it's not the problem, of them, getting upset because of the disrespect. I feel like it's them getting upset because they want to be accepted. You cannot force people to accept you. A trans person has the right to be trans. You have a right to get a sex change. You have a right to do all of those things. What rights are you trying to garnish besides treatment? You want to be treated differently. That's all. You cannot force us to view you as something you weren't born. The fuck? Y'all not fighting for the right to be able to change your sex. You're not fighting for the right to be able to change your ID. You can do all of that shit. What the fuck is y'all mad at? Girl, hair flip or what are y'all fighting for? Y'all can vote, y'all can own shit, y'all can get married. What? Like, girl, pick a team or I want to be treated like a person. Everybody wants to be treated like a person. You don't think when black people get pulled over and they're getting thrown out of cars, that black woman just got pulled over the other day and they ripped that old black woman out of her car by her motherfucking ponytail. You don't think she wanted to be treated like a person? You don't think George Floyd wanted to be treated like a person when it was a knee on his motherfucking neck for almost 10 minutes? You didn't think I wanted to be treated like a person when I was in high school and I was gay, this, fag, that, da. You didn't think I want to be treated like a person? Everybody wants to be treated like a person. You don't think the girl that decides to give her virginity up to this boy that she's been dating and everybody calls her a whore when she gets to school on Monday, you don't think she wants to be treated like a person? Everybody wants to be treated like a motherfucking person, girl. And nobody's special. Just like everybody deserves to be treated well, everybody gets treated bad. Like, what the fuck? Just like nobody wants to be used, but everybody uses, type of situation. Like, yeah, that's a generality. That's not just for trans people. We all want to be treated like motherfucking people. All of us. The documentary I just did on black people and black women, especially in the treatment here in America. You don't think those little girls getting rocks thrown at them and being called niggers and shit? You don't think they want to be treated like a person? All of us want to be treated like a person. It's not what they call you. It's what you answer to. It's what you answer to. It's that simple. End of story. I mean, that's just how I look at it. We all get disrespected. We all get treated type of ways that we all get treatment we don't deserve. Everybody, every color, even white people. Everybody gets a certain stigma or treated a certain way. An ex-drug addict or an ex-alcoholic or, they're always going to be looked at a certain way. If they truly changed their lives, they deserve a different type of treatment. But they still don't get it. So I don't understand why trans people are any different. Like you're not. It's a constant fight. Deal with it. It's a fight. It's a fight against society if you want it to be. It's not a fight if you accept who you are and just be who you are. Who in the fuck are you fighting? But yourself. So a lot of trans people need to sit back and realize that a lot of the insecurities that you have come from you. They don't come from other people. We sometimes can be our worst enemy. So if you feel a certain type of way about yourself, why wouldn't other people? Because it shows. When you are confident, it exudes. So people see it, they know. Right out the gate. You walking up, they know you confident. They know. And the insecure ones, you can see those people too. You can tell. The ones that dress down, that don't look at me's. Hair in a ponytail, always wearing a hoodie, some type of shit, and jeans and some gym shoes. I mean, you can tell. So I feel like you need to worry about you. One needs to be fine with self before they worry about public opinion. If you are afraid to be trans because of how people treat you or how you think you're going to be treated, being trans isn't for you. Being trans isn't for you. Keep being the fake ass bitch that you are. But if you're strong enough to be who you are, that means that you're strong enough to not care about other people's opinion. Not that you're strong enough to just put on a fucking dress and some lipstick and a fucking wig. Anybody can do that and walk around that goddamn house. But to walk outside and to not change based off of what other people say, that shows strength. That's when you know you're secure with yourself. But if you're afraid to be you because of how people think, oh well, then maybe that's not who you are. I'm just saying. That probably isn't who you are. But don't blame that on society. Fuck society. Who the fuck is society besides a bunch of motherfuckers that don't know you or paying your bills? Y'all act like society is in your fucking house. It's not. So grow up. Shit, if you want to be trans, be it. If you want to be gay, be it. Fuck y'all fighting for? What were you fighting? Shit, I don't see no big ass protests and shit like that. I see a lot of them for black people being killed and shit. I see a lot of that. But I don't see no whole lot of protesting this and protesting that on behalf of the gay community. Hair flip. Fuck wrong with y'all. Just be it. Shit. It's a sexuality. It's a lifestyle. Do you want this to be your lifestyle? Okay, you do. Then just be it. Who the fuck gonna come knocking your door and say, oh, hey, we heard that we heard that you want to be gay. No, you're not allowed. Yes, you are. It's not our fault that you a fake ass bitch and you so concerned about what your family and friends and all of them are gonna think, so you just can't be you. No, that's you being a fake ass bitch. Because if those people truly cared about you, they would. Love is unconditional. It comes with no conditions, none. When you love somebody, you just love them, good, bad, or indifferent. That simple. So if they choose to turn their back on you because of your lifestyle, they were never for you. They were fine with you being in their life under their stipulations. And once you no longer fit them, they removed you. They were never there for you. And then another reason why you motherfuckers are weird and fake ass bitches is because y'all sitting there in a house that you pay for, house, apartment, whatever. You have your own career. You take care of yourself fully. Okay? But you worried about what everybody think that don't do shit for you. They don't pay no bills. They don't ease your mind. They not a distressor. They ain't fucking you. They ain't feeding you. They're not doing none of that stuff. But you are deathly afraid of these people that do not contribute to your life besides a relationship, what they are going to think. So that means if they decide not to deal with you, that you're still going to be able to pay your bills. You're still going to have your career. You're still going to have your house. You're still going to be fucking whoever you fucking. So that means you still going to have all those things then, right? You motherfuckers act like y'all going to lose something besides a relationship. Like if I tell this person this, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose my car. I can understand a person that has that type of stress to where if they tell a person certain information, it's a lot lost. You will lose a lot, with certain information being out there. But yet no, the majority of these motherfuckers, y'all don't even see. You haven't seen this person in over a year, but you scared of how the fuck they gonna think about what you about to say. And you ain't even seen them. You don't even have a relationship with them. You don't even stay in the same fucking state. Hair flip. But you sitting here worried about what the fuck they gonna say. And they don't do nothing to make your world go around. You do everything to make your world revolve. Everything. These bitches don't do shit for you. But you scared of what they gonna think. Why? For what? That's you being a fake ass bitch, not them. You're being fake, not them. They living their life. They being who they are, whether they're straight or whatever. Like they being them, but you aren't. You're withholding. You're ruining relationships that could be good relationships with people. You got to keep dumping them so you don't get too close to them. So people don't see y'all together too much and all of that. It's too much. Like that's way too much stress and shit to be putting on yourself when you can just live out loud. Live out loud. Gross. Like, ew. Like, just be you. Like, you don't have to be what somebody wants you to be. It's unfortunate, that we can't be who the people we love want us to be. It's unfortunate, but it's not our end all be all. We all have our own paths in life. We all have our own destinies. And my destiny may not be yours, but it doesn't make it any right or any wrong than what yours is. Like, it doesn't. Sin is sin. It is what it is. So if you can't find that in you, then how are you going to have that to pass along? Or, like, you're not. You can't feel confident telling somebody something in a secure way that you find insecurities with. You're insecure about it. So with you being insecure about it, you're going to explain it in a way that's confused or get to the point to where you're close to saying something, but then you don't, just because you still haven't came to terms with it yourself. Once certain people know certain information, they just know. That's it. Your life doesn't really change besides a treatment that person gives you. It's a relationship. So I was never in fear of losing a relationship. Like I said, when I tell my mom, if my mom decides to cut me off for this, oh, to the fuck well. And I'm cussing her out. And I'm throwing shit as I'm leaving the house. Watch. I'm cussing her the fuck out. And I'm gonna tell her about all the time she was a bad parent and why I don't need her ass. No way. So it's just because that it is what it is. Shit. So that's why I say, even if my mom would have had a problem with it, I don't give a damn. I would have told her to her face, girl, fuck you. I would have told her to her face. I sure would have. And I would have fought all my brothers, and I sure would have lined y'all ass up. What's T? Fuck y'all too. Because I'm not about to be like living my life in fear. Like in order, I'm not about to do that. Like, no, fuck y'all, because I'm not scared of none of y'all. So I'm not scared to tell y'all. So I hurried up on the net, told that. I say, yeah, so I'm gay. What y'all gonna do about it? What y'all gonna do about it? And so my mom was like, boy, what's wrong with you? We've been new. Sit down. What's wrong with you? She was like, we've been new that. We was waiting for you. So I was just like, oh, okay, well, you cooking today? She was like, I'm thinking about it. I was like, oh, okay, girl. You want me to take you to get you some food? She was like, yeah, come on. So then we went and got lunch, and, we kind of talked about it a little further, and, kind of just left it at that. It's not something that needs to be talked about every single day, and, and stuff like that. I waited some time before I brought my, my man around, and, but my whole family, like, they truly, accepted him right away. Like, my family loves my spouse. They accepted him immediately. And I honestly didn't think that my family would, but they did. So it's just like, but they did because they know me. They know that I will cuss all of them out and fight them all. I had to go knock on my auntie though one time because they was sitting over there. I heard they was having a round table discussion about my sexuality. But I'm like, well, if them bitches is over there talking about me, then I need to be there. How they gonna get answers when they all need to come from me? So I went over there. Open this motherfucker. Y'all in there talk about me being gay? Y'all in there talk about me being gay? Open it. Hurry up. So she, they know. I come see you about me. Like, it's not a problem. So my auntie over there, they're like, boy, why you knocking on the door like that? I heard y'all over here talking about me being gay. So what's T? What y'all need to know? No, I don't suck dick. Like, I am a top. Like, what y'all want to know? What you bitches want to know? So she like, you over here calling me bitch? Yappa. So my uncle came out there like, I know you're calling my wife a bitch. You're a bitch too. What's up? What's up? So then I propped the door open and I had my foot in the door. So then I had put my motherfucking dukes up. Because I'm like, you bitches ain't about to be just sitting over here talking about me. Fuck you hoes. So, but yeah, we was cool. My cousin came downstairs. He separated it and we talked outside. He had this little joint. I hit the joint. And then we barbecue later. So we all talked about it for a minute. I apologized to my uncle. I didn't apologize to my auntie because fuck her. But I apologized to my uncle because my auntie was sitting over there with her motherfucking shit starting ass. She sat over there and conjured up the whole motherfucking conversation. So I was like, okay, well, girl, it's nothing. Or girl, I will come over here and beat your old ass. Like, girl, don't play with me. Girl, what is this conversation? What's tea? What's tea? So yeah. And so my cousin came downstairs. He was just like, you know how she is. I'm like, yeah, I know. But they know I don't play and I don't discriminate. There is not a family member besides my FC and my goddaughter that I will not fight. Period. No, I didn't fix the door. Girl, I was beating on that motherfucking door. I sure was. I don't like for big pictures. I'm not pussy. So if you have something to say it to my face. You know, like that's my thing. We're family. So it's like, say it to my face. Don't be sitting over here conjuring up shit and starting shit so that the information is being spread is all inaccurate. You know, like I don't got time for that. Let me come over here and make this shit accurate. But with you sitting over here having a conversation about my sexuality, like you and I have had one and we haven't, the fuck you know about me if we ain't spoke? You're weird. So I had to go over there and let him know. I sure did. I was beating on that motherfucking dog. And I kicked the side of it so it like went off the hinge on the side. Girl, I was ready to fight. I was like, because y'all got me fucked up. Like, y'all not about to just be over here talking about me. Like, y'all can't get beat up. So, girl, it don't count when it's family. It do not count when it's family. It does not. Sometimes you got to shift a bitch wig. Sometimes you got to shift a bitch wig. Now, I ain't saying about to drag her up and down. I ain't about to do none of all that shit. But I would have shifted that motherfucker wig. I sure would have. If she would have got real close, I would have took that motherfucker off and put it in my pocket. Yes, I would have. Now, I wouldn't have beat it to the ground, all that ain't necessary. But I'm pulling that motherfucker. I'm shifting that motherfucker at least. Shit, hair flip. Because that's why they be talking shit, because they feel like you literally ain't gonna motherfucker do nothing. But who I wanted was my uncle, because he was talking shit too. So that's who I came for. But she didn't want me to, she didn't want me to get him. So, she tried to get in front of him. Like, girl, if I have to mow through your ass to get to him, I will. Like, that's not a problem. Don't be a body shield if you want to be no motherfucking shield. It's that simple. If I have to spear you to get to him, I will. Back your ass up. Because he who I came for. Because he always be talking shit on the low like I won't beat his motherfucking ass. So, but girl, hair flip. We done almost fought before. That was the second time. First time was at the barbecue at the park. He was talking shit. And everybody had to hold me back. Right. They bark, you bite, period. They be trying it. Family think like you won't beat them up. Yes, I will. Especially when I put their hands on one of my children. My mama is the only one that I would not get mad at, and she don't even believe in it. It's spanking her grandchildren. She don't do that. But she the only one. Any motherfucker relative hit my kid, I'm beating their ass. I don't give a fuck if you are a woman. Keep your hands on my motherfucking child. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about that. Can't nobody touch my child. Nobody. So if I come over there and my child told me that you just got done whooping their ass, I'm whooping yours. Whether you have a pussy or dick. I don't care. Don't touch my kid. I don't play that. So that is a definitely non-discriminate. I don't give a fuck who you are, how long I known you. Don't put your hands on my child. That's just what we not gonna do. So oh no. Oh no, I'm beating your ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm not asking any questions. None. None. Oh, none. You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody. But okay, I gotta get out of here, y'all. I done been here for a very long time. I love you all. I'm gonna try to keep these morning talks going because I know y'all like them. I was gonna do it on Station Head, but I was like, no, I'll go on YouTube. So I came on YouTube to talk to you guys. So, um, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm gonna try to do a hot topics today. I'm gonna see because I haven't really been paying attention to what's been going on because I've been doing these documentaries. So, but I was thinking about going on Station Hey later because I need to cuss out Stormy Alexander Cachet Jenkins, bitch. Because I heard that bitch been over there jocking JC. So I'm gonna have to cuss that hoe out later. So but other than that, her flip. I love you guys, and we might do a hot topics later. So I have to look at some topics, and if it's enough, we'll talk. Oh, y'all, did y'all see that Britney Spears? She just girl a gaga, a gaga. A good, good, yeah, yeah. So we might have to go live because did y'all see her breakfast, girl? She had like 3 grapes and a 3-inch sandwich. I said, what the fuck is this? I said, Brittany, you don't get to eat more than this, girl. So I was like, Brittany, what, girl? That is a snack, girl. That's rabbit food. So yeah, we might have to come. Yeah, we might have to get into that. Girl, y'all know we love Brittany. So here for so okay, I love you guys, and I will see you guys later. Until then, oh my god, bye. Thanks for all the super chats and all the love. I love you guys. Thank you for all the donations. I love you guys. Bye.